Lot 49, North Silver Charm in Wild Horse. This is the Tiffany plan. You know, we've got the Ultimate, we've got the Platinum B, we've got the Platinum A, we've got the base, but this one is with an upstairs. That, if you can't figure out what that one is, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's a little hard because you never know. But this is the Tiffany with upstairs. We're going to go ahead and check it out. So quickly talking about the specifics of this house, one thing we did is we actually did an estate-sized brick. And obviously you're like, size is a brick, is just brick or not? Well, a lot of times what's used is king-size brick. And this being estate, it's actually, it's about the same length, but it's just got a lot taller height on it. And so it gives it a little bit of just a different look. And you can be the judge if you love it or not. We actually, I don't know if we've really done it before, but just mixing things up to be able to give a little bit of versatility to it. Then we've got our landscaping, rock beds, some nice trees right here that'll grow really beautifully in the springtime. Some nice brick columns. Brick columns are very underrated. When you have a column that's like a 6x6 post that's painted versus something that's that thick and brick is really nice. Then also one other thing to point out is these windows right here. So a lot of times we use a lot of single hungs on bedrooms, but these are actually casements. You can see these are actually also SDL grids, meaning that it's a semi-divided light grid that's on the outside of the glass. Really sharp look, just gives it a little more of an elevated feel. Then we've got this nice arched mahogany wood door. We've been doing a ton of these. Now inside, this home is in the punch out process. So it's basically done. It's been painted, but now we have that last couple weeks to be able to round it out. So today we're gonna get a really quiet job site that doesn't have quite all its lights and things yet or faucets, but it's got pretty much everything else. So coming through here, coming to the entryway, right? And truthfully, what we did is we took the single level of the Tiffany, we made it its biggest version called the Ultimate. So it's over 2,900 square feet on one level. We adjusted maybe 2 or 3 things, and the rest is the same. So we'll kind of maybe work a little bit quicker through some of it. So I already pointed out to you guys these casement windows right here. Again, casement meaning crank. It's ones right here you pull out right here, and you can move from there. Really, the reason why these are so much of an upgrade and everything is also because you don't have that break, right? If you have a single hung, you have a huge break right there in the middle, which just isn't as good for your views and everything. Then we got a nice closet right here. This is kind of our standard closet. What's your goal whenever you're hanging stuff? You always want to have full hang, your suit coats, your dresses, etc. Then your shirts and different pants can go on the half hang, and then obviously your sock drawers and all that different stuff you can put in your cubby. So I like to have all three. Coming through here, we get to the living room, and this is, again, our bread and butter living room. This is a 5-foot wide by 6-foot tall window. Add a 2-foot transom on it, so you have 8-foot tall windows in here with 11-foot ceilings. Got this nice fireplace, wood built with a smooth, nice white paint on it. Got a gas fireplace as well. Then you come to the kitchen. So this kitchen's pretty straightforward. One thing that we really like to do on the back sides of our islands is actually put cabinets in here. And so, you know, obviously you see it's not a ton of linear feet on the perimeter. So this is a way where we can add an extra 9 feet of storage on the backside that you may not see or may not think about. Over here to the far side, we always like to have the fridge on kind of an isolated spot. So you got the fridge right here, got a nice coffee bar area. You can see this wire sticking out. That's for under cabinet lighting. Tile backsplash will come in soon. All soft close cabinets. We're painted on usually the perimeter. We've got a nice stain on the island. You can see we've got some nice gold hardware in this house. Obviously, gold's been all of the trend lately. And we've got these nice quartz countertops. And then for sinks, one thing that people a lot of times in sinks will do is, obviously you talk about apron a lot, but one thing that we've really started to do to kind of not always be the farmhouse style is this is a quartz sink. It looks a lot like kind of an epoxy as well, but it's a nice single bowl, tons of space, and it's also pretty affordable, so it's not a huge upgrade to pull it off. Come over here, got our nice wood hood. The insert does vent all the way outside of the home, but having a wood hood versus a metal one is a huge difference in the kitchen. Really makes the custom cabinetry feel come to life. Coming over here to the dining room, obviously you got 2 of these windows now and a sliding door, so you've got a great centerpiece, great visuals. And here can easily put some big curtains in here, or you can leave this thing open and really take in the light. And probably the thing that this plan gets all the great ratings for that it does is also having this back patio. So you got the pine board and batten ceilings right here that are all stained, our standard special walnut. So really nice color there. Then we come out here, you have a very natural wall for a TV. So we've got that wired here as well. You also have your ventilation for your fireplace over here on this wall, but it's very easy to move a grill to one side or kind of have a dedicated area there, or to kind of space it out, right? Then you've got these nice arches right here. So obviously, who doesn't love arches? It's all the rage these days. So you got these nice arches. And then you come down this side, and rather than just having this area right here, there's nothing worse than having a big step or something awkward to get to your backyard. So we've got a couple of brick steps here, which is a small touch to have it be brick instead of concrete. But then you have a nice pad that's roughly maybe 13 or 12 by 10. And just allows you, if you want to grill out here, you want to have grandkids, kids actually play on this outdoor area and it not be something where there's a fall restriction or something like that. You've got a nice little space out here. And then from here, we've also got full sod and irrigation yard. We did round it out with a few extra trees. Obviously, we know, as you can see, there are neighbors that back to this home. And so rather than avoiding that or acting like it doesn't exist or you just not loving the home because of it, we try and plant some trees that over time you'll have a little bit more privacy as you back up to that neighbor. So one other thing that we do like to do that's actually a good point is, so fences are not like a standard always included thing, but we actually already had a fence next to us on the far side. Because we had a fence over there and we had a fence backing up to this, it actually only took us 2 sides to finish out the fence. And so the fence cost was a lot more affordable for us to be able to put it in. So now this customer is going to get a fence from the front side. So coming through here to the master, I'll catch up to you. You'll see obviously the kitchen on this side, and now we've got that the upstairs, the magical upstairs. We won't go up there yet, though. It's an Easter egg. So we're here in the master bedroom. We've got a natural wall for the TV. We've then got casement windows, again, keeping with that casement higher end look on these. And then just a nice wall treatment on this main back wall. There's not, I mean, you can put the bed right here, but this is maybe kind of more your central natural bed wall here. So we've got treatments right here. We also have 2 pendants that will hang down. So you'll have nice night lights that are already built in, and you've got a switch right here for your personal use. Then you come over here to the bathroom, and this is where this plan being 2,900 square feet on one level really starts to show itself. First off, you've got a really nice vanity, 2 drawer stacks, right, and your under sink area. Then you've got a middle linen that is fantastic for your extra storage. Obviously, usually the wives and the more pampered of the folks is the one that takes up all that space. And then we've got another vanity on this side. And one thing that you will see that's a little interesting that I'll actually show you is that we actually have 3 holes in the countertop for this faucet. And the reason is that we actually use what we call a max spread faucet. So a lot of times your faucets are 4-inch, meaning that you've got your, the hole for the actual faucet and then your 2 handles, that's all one piece. We actually do a max spread, which is a little bit higher dollar, but one of those things that you don't really notice until you actually start to see it. And it being 3 separate pieces that are connected at the countertop, just give it a little bit more of a luxurious feel. And I honestly don't even know if I could tell you why, but it just looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit more uniform. And we do it pretty much in all of our bathrooms at this point. Coming around here, you've got the freestanding tub. We have a 66-inch freestanding tub here. We've got this nice wall board that runs around here for a nice wall treatment, and then a nice transom window right here to allow natural light in. And I can't tell you how big of a deal this bathroom window is. Right now, we've got a little bit of light from the bedroom, but if this window is not here, this room is really dark. And so being able to have just this natural light is very nice rather than always having to have your Noras on, being your can lights. Then we've got our nice toilet room, as I call the business room, for you to wrap up and do all you need to do in there, right? Amen. So coming into the master shower, this one a little bit harder to see in the light, but really deep shower. It's almost 8 feet deep. Going this way, you've got a nice traditional shower head and a rain head in there. Got a nice curb that we like to do, and a shelf. So nice curb right here to make it really natural step. But then up there at the top, about 48 inches up, is your shelf where you can set all your bottles, and you can probably set about 15 to 20 bottles up there. So really nice to have that much space. We do have a light here. I'm going to flick this one on. So coming through here, we've got the closet. Again, mixture of foldables, of half hangs. And then we've got some full hang over on this wall, right? And then we usually like to round out the master always with having a nice framed in mirror. Because again, nobody wants to have one set up against the wall, and your husband does not want to hang it, so you might as well put one there, right? Coming through, we've got this nice pocket door to pass through to the laundry. So we've got a nice drop sink that'll come in here, great for washing anything, whether it's a small animal, a dog, a cat, whatever, or just whatever you got going, you can drop it in there really easily. Again, the casements, making that thing count with the casements, but nicer to go uniform in the house, we think. Got your overhead cabinets, washer, dryer, and then some storage area. A lot of times people think about, at first like, well, isn't there supposed to be more cabinets here? We really like to use this to be able to fit a lot of mass things here. So if you want multiple laundry baskets, you want stand-up ones, something that's not as wide, but something that's a little bit more linear that you can roll, can very easily fit things in here, or it can be your overflow junk area. So I just gave you permission to be a hoarder. Come through here, you've got a closet here. This is fantastic to have an actual closet in here, because if not, then your coat closet ends up getting all your brooms and your Swiffer and all those things. Well, we've got some hangable area here if you need to hang something. All your cleaners can go here. You can stand everything else up, and you've got some good overhead area to put all your necessary laundry needs in there. Coming through to this hallway, looks like I can snag a light right here. Oh, that goes there. Aha! Now we've got the half bath. So we've got, first off, the vanity, and then over here to right is the toilet, but nice little simple room. It's good access to your great room where you can have your guests use the restroom. Now this room is one that gets sacrificed a tiny bit. Not as excited about it, but it is what it is. This is the pantry. So we do have the stairs coming right here, but we have a nice wall right here where we can get all your prep area and kind of condense down your pantry. You have an ability to add maybe some extra shelving over here as well, which we may do here soon, just to try and compensate for the fact you got stairs running. Over here, we've got the mud bench, nice white oak paneling in the back, and some nice arches. Just a really nice look right there. Then we'll round out, we'll cross again to the other side to kind of our standard hallway, if you will. And a standard hallway for us consists of a few things. It means it's 2 bedrooms, 2 closets, and 1 bathroom. So first off, again, the casements, really, really nice. You can see why 6 foot versus 5 foot matters. Normally these windows would stop right here, but having that full view of light is really, really nice. So this is a fantastic office, great guest bedroom. Then we got the closet right here, which made it a little bit deeper. Oh, looks like I got the light covered, but it's actually a little bit deeper, so it's a little bit more of a true walk-in closet versus just kind of your standard open it up and there's what you got. Then we've got a double door closet right here. So this closet doubles as a linen. Also have your coat closet. That is some athleticism. Did you guys just see that? I mean, come on. Then we've got a media panel up here. This media panel is direct access for your fiber. And so you can run a Smurf tube and your internet provider can literally hardwire right in from there and be able to have the best possible internet access you can. Continuing on the hall, come around here to the hall bath. Again, we've got spread faucets in here, double vanity, got 2 drawer stacks right there for your storage. Got a nice casement window with the privacy glass, but again, tons of natural light. Toilet. Then we've got our tub with towel surround. We do a little a little ledge right here, work around, and then we've got just some more room for the door to actually function. So we've done the first half of the hallway, so now we finish it out. You've got a closet storage right there. There's your quick little peek, and then your final bedroom. So nice little view of the backyard right here, but that allows for a hallway where it's very easy to separate the 2 bedrooms. So if you got siblings who want their own privacy, that's great. If you have an office one and that's a guest bedroom, it's just got enough space and enough depth to really have separation for all your things and everything you need. So last but not least, again, the Tiffany plan. It's the best seller. It's all the things. There's an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but there's not an upstairs. Wait, there is. So a lot of people, a lot of buyers, right? A lot of times we actually build stuff based on what we hear. And so because we do sell quite a few homes a year and we do a lot of volume in this price range, we get a ton of feedback. And some of the feedback was, what if we had, I love this space, but I need a bonus room. And so we actually had a customer out of state that came to us and said, I need this plan, but with an upstairs. And that's how this was born. So you come up here, you've got a nice little landing area. You can see we've got it decorative for some sconces. This is actually a nice little seating area. So you can actually see down the stairs. Could be a great little reading area or just a decorative area. Naturally you could put a couple chairs, art display, just have your lights up there, but you've got some versatility. And then it rounds out with really one huge room, but that huge room is more than 25 feet deep and about 18 feet wide at its max of a huge living area. It does have a bathroom as well. So this can either be, a second master suite where somebody uses it as a bedroom, or it can be your entertainment area. So you got toilet room right here, you got your sink, and then your shower. So again, could be a fantastic second suite. Again, a great office suite. We've got a lot of folks that use this as like painting studio. We got folks that use this as just an all out, they've actually got like a game side and then an office side. So tons of versatility up here. You got over 400 square feet that you can enjoy up here, which is really, really nice. Also have a big storage closet. So it really does operate as a bedroom. It's got a door to it. You've got, a full closet. And so you could really use this to actually live in and enjoy. And then we've got two doors. We've got the short door right here, which is actually perfect for me. It's about a 5'9" door. I can verify on a good day. And so you come through here. This is attic access. So still got some clean out to do here, but you can see your insulation can access for any repairs or maintenance. And then down this way is your second one. And this one stuck a little bit. But one thing that's cool about an upstairs house is you can always eke out some storage. And so this is fully floored subfloor right here where you can actually, store some things. And I call it always the Christmas tree room, but you wrap around here and you come to the backside. This is just over the garage, and there's actually a couple hundred square feet here. And so this is all storage space that you could use. There is a chance that, actually not a chance, but I know for a fact, you could bring this brace out and actually make this a little bonus room. And use it as space if you wanted to. But right now, obviously, it's a fantastic opportunity just to have some extra storage and not need it to go somewhere else or your garage. So that is the Tiffany ultimate plan with an upstairs, Tiffany with upstairs. And that's how it looks.